I'm Brittany.
And I'm Tori.
And this is
the Be Afraid of the Dark podcast.
Hello, Spookytons.
Hello.
Sorry, that one's less energetic because now we're doing it again because I'm a fucking dumbass. I was so excited. Y'all just had the best introduction, and Brittany tore me right down.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to give out false information.
Fake news.
We are just a little confused with our episode count solely because we've recorded 3 episodes that are now completely unaudible and we can't use them. So
I didn't do great in math.
We feel like we've done more for you guys than what you know.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6.
You know, if you bleep that out, it sounds so much more inappropriate.
6. 7. Tell me when we're actually at the correct number of episodes, Brittany.
One more.
8.
There you go.
So this one is going to be 9.
Yes. Oh my God.
I'm crying. I'm such an idiot.
It's okay. I still love you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll always love you. Sorry, I have to burp.
That was sexy.
Thank you. I really appreciate your support.
You're welcome. I've given you a lot of that today.
Literally thriving off of it and only it.
I think I've given you more support than I've ever given my husband just today.
I needed it. How was your day though?
It was okay. I fucking face planted up the stairs.
At work or at your house?
At work.
Oh,
on metal stairs.
So there was witnesses.
No, bitch. It's worse than you think. There's cameras too.
It's recorded forever.
So I'm minding my own business. I'm walking up with my Diet Coke. I'm in a great mood because I just went and got my Diet Coke and I went pee because I really had to pee.
Okay, I have to tell you a story because it made me it reminded me of something.
Okay, I'm gonna remember I had to pee. All right, you.
So, I'm sorry, Marshall. I'm gonna out you. But so Marshall got a new jacket. We both got new winter jackets because both of our winter jackets were done. Yeah, and so he found it's like I think it's it's a Columbia jacket or something like that. And so it has zippers.
That is definitely going to be heard on the camera.
Yeah,
on the camera and on the mic.
Thank you, producer.
Husband.
But so his new coat has zippers that go down like his armpit.
Ew. Why?
I think it's for ventilation. And if that's not what it's for, that's what he's using it for. So we were driving somewhere this weekend and he unzipped him and he starts flapping his arms. He's like, well, when I push it up, it opens the pockets up. And when I push it down, it pushes air into the coat. So, yeah.
What?
But the reason your story, because so he's a truck driver and he has cameras in his truck bay to basically make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be while they're driving and not doing anything else. And he goes, I'm very sure my boss is going to send me some videos of me flapping my arms like a chicken in my truck. I love you, honey. Thank you for listening.
Okay, back
to yours.
Okay,
sorry, side note.
No, so like I said, I'm so happy. I came back from going to the bathroom and I grabbed my Diet Coke. And these are metal stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've got to walk up at least like 20 plus just to get to where I need to go.
Yeah.
I get to almost the halfway point. I face plant and slide down them.
These
I
are
didn't just trip. I mean, I fall like boom, 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 all the way down on my stomach, and my knee hits every stair on the
wait,
way
and like,
down.
these are like the metal stairs that have like the little prongy things for extra.
Grip
Yeah, owie.
the whole way down, and I stood up and I went. "Ugh."
You're so lucky that you didn't like scratch up your face and everything.
Dude, I like looked all around me, and nobody saw me.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, nobody saw me.
But your boss, who looks at the cameras, probably did.
Checks. He goes, I saw it. I said, what'd you see? Do I need to tell you?
Do you really want to relive it?
Dude, oh my gosh.
Oh, what an eventful morning for you.
Yeah, nothing will ever be as bad as my boss thinking he was so cool walking on the ice last winter.
Uh-huh.
So like I have one boss that's like super, super tall,
Uh-huh.
and my other one's short. Sorry, Kyle. Like sorry, Zeus.
Heavy lifter there.
Zeus, they're walking together. Kyle, hey, shit, falls backwards and tries to grab Sicker take
Jesus Christ.
You just see him go, oh, and he's like grabbing, and Isaac's like, no.
No, get off of me. We had a safety presentation last week on how to walk on ice, walk like a penguin. That's what our safety, like our quality manager had to say for this upcoming winter.
For the chem company you work for?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It'd have a 3-point stance outside of your car. So like 3-point connector. So like hand on the steering wheel, hand on the door, then put the foot down and then stand up.
I've done that and hit my head on the what's the babe, you detail cars. What's that thing called? When like you open the car and there's like that little
like the footrest outside, like
yeah, but there's an actual name because he always bitches about it when he looks at other people's cars.
So when you'd like step into the car.
Yeah, and there's like that plastic little thing. Like, oh, they didn't clean this
kick panel. Thank you.
Yeah, I blast my face on that like every time I try to do that. So I just hope for the best and just pop in.
That's how a true Michigander does it.
I'm just like,
I'm the chaotic one that carries way too much shit in the morning, like every morning, and I've never have a free hand.
Me.
Because even though I have pockets, I still
carry.
I still require to hold my phone and my keys.
Oh, I'm walking in like this every morning, and then I've got my vape underneath my pinky, so I can be like, well, I'm carrying my lunchbox and my coffee in my arms like this, and I'm like, wow, I'm a wreck, and it's like 6:30.
Facts. Oh, but should we get into the topic?
Yes, I'm glad this isn't a dark beginning.
Yeah, we've had a heavy last 2 episodes, but I feel like we should do a trigger warning though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a trigger warning. We're gonna talk about succubis.
Yep.
And incubi today. So the plural of succubus and incubus. So this is obviously going to be a sexual episode, but it's not always a consensual thing either. So that's where our trigger warning is going to come in.
Yep, just heads up.
These can be some very sensitive topics for people, really anyone that encounters anything like this. So
definitely 100%.
Just a trigger warning here. If you know this type of subject might trigger you, maybe skip this episode. And
yeah, we won't be mad. We promise.
100% not mad if this is not your cup of tea.
Yeah, we get it. It's pretty interesting when I actually started to dive into like the whole background of what they are, and I learned that each like country has a name for them, and I'm like,
it's so I do have a question, because so I did succubus and then you did incubus. Does yours have a like, I don't want to say generational, but like a time change in their like stature or what people know about them?
I didn't see anything in it. Mine just pretty much maintained the same thing from what I learned. Is
mine shifted, and I was I never thought about them.
No, like the main thing that I learned about mine, which really didn't surprise me, because men, no offense, men, whoever listened to this, also sorry, baby, over there, they're bisexual in nature, so they really don't care who they're trying to get it in with. They just want to get it in.
See, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's just incubus though. That could just be an incubus.
That is very true. So,
I don't know.
I don't remember who went first last week. Do you?
I don't, but do you want me to go first? Because I have the mail.
Scissor it, or
fuck yeah. Can we say shoot, or otherwise I'll forget?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Incubus.
Wow, it was like destined.
Right? Thanks, universe. All right, so I figured we could just go into like what they are and then do stories after.
Yeah. Let's give them the lowdown and then
okay,
go into some experiences after.
Yes. Okay. So, an incubus is a demon in the male form of folklore that seeks to have sexual intercourse with sleeping women or men, but mainly it's women. The corresponding spirit in the female form is a succubus.
Right.
I did just add that in there because I felt like it was necessary.
Even though I'm covering
I know,
them.
but I just still feel like I should have added it in. In medieval Europe, union with an incubus was supposed by some to result in birth of witches, demons, and deformed human offspring.
Ooh.
I know. The late Latin word incubus, a nightmare induced by a demon, is derived from the Latin incubo, which means nightmare, what lies down on one whilst one sleeps, and further from incubare, to lie upon, to hatch.
I don't know why, but all of those words gave me like the biggest creeps. I hated every single word.
It's probably because it was Latin.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's just like an old dead language, and it just.
I mean, that is the language they do exorcisms in. So.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I was. Maybe you were exercising me while.
You want me to get you some holy water? I got some upstairs.
It might burn.
Ouch. Owie.
Owie.
That made me lose my spot. Owie. Owie. One of the earliest evident mentions of demon sharing qualities to an incubus comes from Mesopotamia.
You got the Google Maps on that one? Because I don't know where that's actually located.
It's in like the Middle East, I do believe.
Okay. I'll take that answer.
I'm just not 100% sure where in the Middle East. I just know it's in the Middle East.
We're going to have to start being Google Map walkers.
I also feel like no one really cares.
I don't know. I'm interested.
It's in the Middle East.
I'm invested. Okay, sorry. Continue. Freaking unhinged
in circa 2400 BC. So before
Christ.
Our Lord and Savior.
The crispy Christy. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Stop.
I'm so sorry if that offended anyone. I just feel like he was a fly guy, you know? Reading all the pictures, he's got such swag.
Sorry, that's all I'm gonna think now and be like, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thanks, crispy Christ.
I'm sorry, just anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so unhinged tonight. I apologize.
You are, but it's fine.
I apologize if I offended anyone for talking about Christ that way.
One scientific explanation for the incubus concept could fall under the scope of sleep paralysis.
That came up a lot when I was looking.
I just see the Hat Man. I don't know about you.
I've never had it. Knock on wood. That's probably fake wood, but
knock on my table chair real quick. You'll feel better.
Knock on it for me, Lucas. Knock on the chair.
For real.
Thank you. I'll take whatever I can get. But yeah, I've never had it before, so I have no experiences.
Yeah, when I was single, I would joke that the demon in the corner of my room's really starting to look sexy.
I was single during 2020, so I always said not even the coronavirus wanted me.
I always wanted you, boo boo.
Thanks. It's gonna take us forever to get through yours.
It's common to experience auditory and visual hallucinations. Typical examples include a feeling of being crushed or suffocated, electric tingles or vibrations. Ooh.
Just
Imagine.
you just like accidentally stick your toe into like the outlet near your bed.
Did you just ask, have I ever accidentally done that?
Like, the feeling is like, oh no, you just accidentally slid your toe into the outlet.
I thought you asked me, have I ever done it? Like, no, Brett, I don't stick my toes in the sockets.
What? That's not normal?
No.
Shit.
Imagine speech and other noises. The imagined presence of a visible or invisible entity, and sometimes intense emotions of fear or euphoric and orgasmic feelings. These often appear quite real and vivid, especially the auditory hallucinations of music, which can be quite loud, indistinguishable from music being played in the same room. So a combination of sleep paralysis and this hypnotic hallucination state.
That was a big word. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
I honestly, like, that's wholeheartedly, like, that's not me being sarcastic. That was like, fucking, that was impressive.
Thanks, BB.
You're welcome.
I know some things.
I wasn't saying you don't, but like, I would probably know how to read the word, but I don't think I could have pronounced it.
Me most of the time.
Yeah. Same. Samesies.
They could cause someone to believe that a so-called, air quote, demon was holding them down. Nocturnal arousal, etc. I feel like a demon was holding them down.
I mean, I believe him.
But,
like, if this has ever happened to you and you feel open to telling us, we'd love to hear it because there's no judgment here.
No. They're very interesting because they're not here to possess like other demons, which is very fascinating because they don't actually mean harm.
But if their true like mission is to reproduce more demons, I don't think that's good because I don't think we really need more.
I'm actually going to get into that here in a second.
Oh, okay. Do continue.
So let's see. This would be nocturnal arousal, etc. Could also be explained by creatures causing otherwise guilt-producing behavior. This would add to the common phenomena of nocturnal arousal or nocturnal emission. And all of the elements required to believe an incubus are present. So this is where I think it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because it depends on how much you want to how deep you want to dive into old religious aspects.
Okay.
Of demons and where they come from. So, phone. The origins of the incubus are unknown, though it is more than likely that they originated from Lilith or one of her sisters. It is said that the incubi were also known as Asmodii, which are considered a second horde of demons that were birthed from Lilith after mating with Asmodeus. Moreover, the Asmodii consisted of both incubi and succubi.
Okay.
The latter of which were a lesser species of the limb and the first and strongest of the succubi that came into existence when Lilith mated with Samael. And if you don't know who Samael is Lucifer.
Okay, good, because I didn't know, because I don't have a very deep religious
this isn't like
knowledge.
This isn't like your I don't know if you would really learn it and babe, did you ever learn stuff like that when you were in religious class?
Like what?
Like talking about Lilith and demons. Did you ever learn about that?
No, they'd have to be real biblical figures for that.
I was gonna say, because I did Girls Everywhere Meeting the Savior, or GEMS for short, growing up.
Yeah,
and
'cause
they
I
never
learned
got
about-
into that.
Yeah, no, I learned about this stuff after the fact.
Yeah.
And then incubi are often incredibly handsome, slim, and athletic men, cultured and highly intelligent. They appear to know a myriad of information on topics of politics, theology of various religions, and demonology, Avi.
Right.
And of Judeo-Christian faiths. When a human has intercourse with a succubi/incubi over long amounts of time, I'm gonna say like a month or so, they will start feeling the need for more sex from the incubi or succubi, or go insane from how much life force they have actually lost.
Holy cow.
Incubi, unlike the succubi, are able to reproduce with females. So these births always result in either a pureblood succubus or incubus being born and always kill the mother. And the child is taken to hell and to be trained and raised as a member of their race. When they do, they will obtain supernatural abilities and they can become extremely persuasive. These human incubi or succubi hybrids are called Cambodians.
That makes me really curious because have you heard about the British woman or like the woman that went on like the BBC and talked about her relationship with ghosts? And how she's like, I don't know.
In love with a ghost?
Yeah. Well, like the last time I was updated by anything, I completely forgot
It's
about
not
it.
an incubus, it's just a regular ghost.
But she was trying to be impregnated by it.
Yeah, but it wasn't an incubus.
We don't know. We don't know.
It couldn't be an incubus. There's no way. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I still think she kind of did it for attention, no offense.
But yeah.
But I mean, if it genuinely happened, like, excuse me, I'm sorry, my apologies. But I wouldn't be that open to talking about it.
But she's open to it. That's the part that like she enjoys it. So I mean,
but she's also in love with the ghost too, from what I remember, right?
Stockholm syndrome.
You're not wrong.
I'm just saying.
So I did explain like their semi of what their appearance is.
Yeah.
But their true forms consist of large, serpentine, demonic creatures with skeletal phantom limbs that possess qualities of like a bird, and their underbellies are constantly bathed in blood of victims they have taken over the ages, and their backs bearing striped fur. That's what they actually look like. But they
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have powers. So they have like a shit ton of powers. I don't know if you want me to like read off like some of them for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dream walking. Throughout lore, they will often visit the same victim repeatedly. Soul consumption through the incubi's power is their dependence on the consuming of human souls. This is typically achieved during some form of intercourse via ejaculation, through oral sex, penetrative sex, or outright cannibalism, as the incubi derive as well from pleasure of eating raw flesh. Fun fact.
Oh God.
Fun fact Mondays. Immortality, like hellspawn, they incubi have no earthly lifespan and may potentially live indefinitely.
Love that.
Yeah, I know.
Love that so much.
Superhuman strength. Obviously, that's pretty much well known. Superhuman speed. They can move faster than a speeding bullet, faster than the eye can see, and appear to disappear in an instant. Kiss of death. The incubi have the ability to steal the life force from its victims via kiss. This action will usually result in death of a normal humans if the incubus is novice, but over time it can be controlled. Superhuman stamina. They can fight and make love vigorously without tire. I mean, honestly. That wouldn't be so bad. Demonic possession. Duh.
Right.
Lust empowerment. That one's kind of cool, not gonna lie. By having sexual intercourse, an incubi is able to grow stronger and heal faster due to stealing the life force energy.
Right.
shape-shifting. Unlike most demons, incubuses do not need to possess a human to become physical or active on Earth. Since they are seducers, they can change shape to match an individual's view of beauty, making it easier to tempt. Hence, like I said, that's what they really looked like. But
Right.
telepathy, we know what telepathy is. I don't really need to.
Yeah.
Supernatural beauty. So they're beautiful beyond like compare. Irresistible. Seduction. Flight, and they can heal from everything.
Can't shoot these fuckers.
They only have a few weaknesses. Blessed through prayer, but it has to be by a priest or a man of true faith. Holy water, holy ground, heavenly weapons. I mean, I feel like I don't really need to explain what a heavenly weapon is. I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Exorcisms, actual devil's traps, celestial light. So basically like angels' lights.
When I build my house, underneath the carpet will be a devil's trap underneath my bed.
Fuck yeah, bitch.
That's so smart.
You're a genius.
I'm starting a movement. Everyone.
Babe, we need one. He shook his head. In actual magic, demons are susceptible to the powers of magic.
Interesting.
Like voodoo. Because voodoo is actually stronger.
Yeah, that's true.
Voodoo is like
crazy.
Way stronger because they can fight demons. And then I have my stories. But I figured we would hop to your... let me put my...
So this is the dictionary's definition.
Oh, you went to the dictionary?
I went to the dictionary.
Did you go look on Webster's?
I didn't.
Oh, God, that's so hot if you did, though.
No, this is dictionary.com.
Oh, bitch, that's even hotter.
I know. So, succubus is a demon in a female form said to have sexual intercourse with men in their sleep. Then I found the image in today's world that normally comes with the name is women with long, wavy hair, silky skin, and flawless curves.
Damn, bitch, are we succubuses?
Oh, my skin is nowhere near silky, but I'll take it.
We'll send you to my Aunt Michelle. Then your skin will be smooth.
Oh, thank you. Wearing very showing outfits. PG here. They show off them cleavage.
Right now, we are rocking a whole G-rated look with a rated R podcast episode.
Very showing outfits to flaunt off their bodies. And they don't try to hide any of their telltale signs of their demonic nature. Because, men like them naughty. I can't with myself. I'm sorry.
Spicy tonight. Pretty spicy.
This wasn't always the case, though. Succubi used to be considered hideous and even deformed in the medieval times.
At me right now.
They were known to be much smaller than an average person and would stoop or even crawl around instead of walking upright, like today's modern image of them.
Still at me right now, short.
Although if you crawl at me, I will punch you.
Oh, out of nowhere one day, I'm just going to crawl up to you and be like, my precious.
I will immediately kick you.
You'll drop kick me.
I would no hesitation.
Bye,
Their personalities also are very different between the ages, which I was very surprised to see that the lore has changed over the years.
That is very interesting.
But it makes sense because what was acceptable back then would no longer be acceptable now.
I get that.
Yeah.
Men are like, I'm always beautiful. And women are like, hold up, let me change over the years to be how you want me to be. Excuse me. I'm sorry I'm sorry my back has a hunch to it. I'm sorry, I'm 5'2".
So in today's world, the succubi is very charismatic and seductive, clever creatures that can lure men in with just their words and
How do you think I snatched up my husband over there?
body.
Do you know how I snatched him up?
Yes, I know the story. Walmart.
Yeah, but do you know what I said to him?
No?
He opened the door and I said, "You let the cold in, so you have to kiss me."
Oh, look at you being... Sorry. I got caught up.
He didn't even hear me. He doesn't even love me.
7 years. Oh,
Love you, sweets.
but anyway.
Wow, that would hurt.
They can be vengeful if they're slighted, though. But normally they take a great deal of pride in their abilities to please and or manipulate men.
My turn to burp.
Love that. But in the past, the succubi's personality actually matched those of their hideous appearances.
Interesting.
They were very sneaky, controlling, malicious characters.
I'm sorry, I just watched Fiona fall through Lucas's legs.
Despite being sex crazed, they had no interest in any pleasure for the men. Instead, they used the sex for their own purposes, such as pleasing themselves, to corrupt the men in the towns, to gain life force, and even have children. So like you said, these creatures are found all over the world. So you already said they're everywhere. There's no really start to this story. No one knows. The word succubus would first pop up in lores in medieval English. So that's when the word succubus apparently first popped up. By the late 15th century, these creatures would be well known. Then succubi lore even popped up again in the witch hunts.
That doesn't surprise me.
Not at all. Women who tried to seduce men were accused of being succubi in disguise, while women who became pregnant outside of wedlock were accused of consorting with incubi.
Or maybe they just had a good night at the local, I don't know, did they have pubs back then? I don't fucking know what they had.
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know, maybe they just had a little shindig and fucking Molly.
Not allowed.
Fucking Molly over there was just having a great old time with Gerald and they got it on. I guess Molly's a witch. Damn.
Yeah.
She'll come back and haunt your ass, is what she'll do.
So they also have some supernatural abilities as a demon would. Like sleep inducement.
Oh, so they can make you go sleepy sleep.
Yes. Enslaving kiss, so that just one kiss could cause that man to be completely out of like a slave.
Let me have you.
They also have a kiss of death,
just like the incubi.
Yep. They also dream walk like the incubi, seduction, manipulation, obviously. And then obviously they can read sexual auras. So I'm assuming that would help them pick out their prey.
Why do I want to learn how to read a sexual aura now?
Jesus.
What? You want me to lie or be honest?
That's fair. Superhuman strength and longevity. So pretty similar with a couple different
ones, which doesn't surprise me. What was that first one you said?
Sleep inducement.
Yeah, because the incubus don't have that.
Yeah, so literally if their man's not asleep, now they sleep.
Now you sleep, bitch.
Night. Oh, sorry, nose itch.
That was cute.
Oh, and I just punched my mic stand.
Are you good?
It's fine. I'm gonna have to sneeze here in a minute because I rubbed my nose.
God bless you.
Ahead of time. It's gonna take its time. I can feel it.
Sniff it,
but it's
sniff it in.
You're welcome, all headphone users. Okay.
Sorry.
Do you want to read your first story?
I would love to read my first story.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, story numero uno.
Oh no.
Um, I'm new here, and I need some help with some strange things happening around my house. So I'll start with this. All of these things are real, unexplainable without moving to the paranormal. And if I told anyone, I would sound insane. I'm not religious. I tried becoming Catholic because of these events, but I question religion too much. No preaching on the comment section. I'm young, thus making people think that I want attention. I haven't told a lot of people about this.
See, that's right there. I feel so bad already.
Yeah. I am Wiccan, and I would like to order supplies for an exorcism, but my only source of income is my sister, and she is not realizing I need money and stalling me. And to the actual events, I will list them in order as I think of them and of importance. They are to me. So sorry again for my long introductions. But to start, I've always been afraid of ghosts. Not afraid, but weary. And when I was young, I had a fear to the extreme. I was too afraid to go near the hallway or go into my room, and that's what connects it. I saw quick flashes of images of like body part figures, and once I found random letters around my house. My mother was yelling at me to try to go lock a bedroom, and the room was already locked. I had no choice but to try to get over all of the paranormal things that started happening in my house. But when I was about 11 or 12, I had a year of nightmares that became such explicit dreams. At least I thought they were dreams, but now I'm believing that they were incredibly realistic. So it's like young.
I was gonna say, I almost feel like she might just be sensitive, and that's what
I do
also.
too, and that's what I get to at the end of
Okay.
at the end of it. And she says as I aged about 17, I would have a dream of someone performing oral on me, or I just outright wake up with like someone having sex with me. I would always wake up with my panties wet, and I figured it was my hormones, being 17.
Fair enough.
During one dream, I imagined that this man or monster type thing trying to take my panties off, and woke up in the middle of the night. And when I woke up, I was literally actually holding them.
Oh my god.
I know. And I figured I was mimicking the dream, so I just let it go.
Right, because I mean, we've all done that where we wake up like reaching out for something. Marshall accidentally. Sorry. Side note. Sidebar. Squirrel moment.
Love it.
I like shoved Marshall off me one night because he I was sleeping, and all of a sudden he just randomly urgently grabbed me in his sleep, and I out of reflex shoved his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then the next morning he goes, I had the weirdest dream last night. Did I grab you last night? And I was like, yeah, you scared the shit out of me. I pushed you off of me. And he goes, oh my God, I had a dream that Thor, our dog, was falling off a cliff, and he went to go grab him in his sleep. But in real life, he grabbed me.
It's so weird Lucas has done some weird ass crap in his sleep.
Yeah.
He likes to kick me in his sleep a lot.
Mm.
Sometimes I wonder if he's actually asleep.
I love that.
Marriage. So during this year, I would occasionally feel something ever so slowly trying to open my legs.
They try to be sneaky.
I know.
I don't like that.
I was thinking about it, so I figured my mind was doing it and nothing more. Now, I really doubt that this was actually my imagination. So now I'm going to bring you up to speed to the current events that are happening to me now. The other night, I was tired. I knew I had to sleep, but I couldn't, so I put on a dim light to relax and just think in my bed. I fell into a dreamlike state, felt something touch my face and my arm, and I know I wasn't asleep. It was sleep paralysis. I've experienced this before, and it was so different. I couldn't move, so it went on. It pinched my right nipple, and then I felt it move my body as it, like, so-called sleeping in my
Mhm.
sleep paralysis state to my side. I usually sleep with one leg tucked in and the other sticking out, so I felt it move that one tucked in, and then I felt something really cold enter inside me. I couldn't remember the rest as I blacked out and I woke up again with my panties wet. As soon as I started reading about it, thinking about it, and once I let it have sex with me out of curiosity, then it really began harassing me and annoying me every night, constantly trying to have sex with me, resorting to what I would consider trigger warning rape.
Yeah.
Um, After that, it began communicating telepathically, and I figured I was becoming schizophrenic at the time, of course. I finally realized I wasn't. I was just, confused. I tried going on with my life, ignoring it. And one night, it wouldn't stop trying to open my legs. I took a belt and tightened it so it couldn't move my legs too well. As soon as I fell asleep, when I woke up, it was off and beside me in my bed. I knew I had put it on, but I didn't know how it came off. It obviously pulled it off, not unbuckled or anything. Sooner or later, it began annoying me when I was in school. When I was trying to work, this thing would literally try to separate my legs while I'm at my desk.
Oh my God.
Then one day I asked.
It's so crazy because it's not just staying at her house either. It's following her everywhere.
Yeah. Then one day I asked when it was going to leave, and it replied, sooner or later, but another one will come after you then.
Oh my God.
I asked if it would be good or evil, and thus it replied, it depends. It can be good or evil. So when I got home, it said another one would come after me because it was now chasing someone else. As it goes on at night, I would usually feel something warm in my bed or hear a beating exactly like my heart. It was my mattress at first, but it annoyed me. But I figured it was my own, my own beating. Then I realized it was an entity itself. I figured out it wasn't just one, it was several, around 3 or 4.
Oh my
The
God.
number had probably grown. I had tried stones, but they wouldn't work. Now, let's go into now I'll go on to less physical events, but more sight related. When it was around 6, and I was actually talking to my dad at the kitchen counter, and I randomly looked up to the corner of the wall where it connects to the hallway, and I saw a man, an average-sized man, with short hair just crouching there watching. Another time, I was at the computer where oh, sorry, I lost my part. I was at the computer, and there was a television set just to the right of me. I turned my head and randomly saw a figure just standing there at the entrance, leaning in, watching. I was like, "Okay, there's not something there. I'm losing it." Another hour later, I looked up again in attempt to confirm my theory. The shape was still there.
Oh my gosh. I watched her for over an hour.
When I was watching TV, I saw the reflection of it in the television. Long hair. Like,
Ugh.
I just
No.
ugh.
I hate that.
Now it's getting really serious and destroying my life. And now I don't know what to do. If anyone please has any advice, can you please let me know? I'm pretty sure that this is an incubi, and I hate being honest with you, but I'm gonna be. The orgasms are great. And that's how she ends it.
Oh my God, like that poor girl. Oh, I just totally messed up my wings.
I like how she ended it though.
Oh my gosh. That's intense.
I know, I read that and I was like, this poor girl.
Yeah.
And it just like kept following her.
Yeah. Like she had no peace at like most of the time you think like, oh, it's at night. They're night creatures. It's fine.
Like,
But
no, I'm gonna follow you to work.
To school, to all these different places. I'm gonna not give you 1 ounce of peace during your day. And then she asked the whole thing about like, is the next one gonna be nice or evil?
I don't know.
But then that makes me wonder what she thinks of this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does she consider this one good or evil?
Yeah. But then have multiple?
Yeah. That's a whole cluster is what that is.
That's a clusterfuck.
Yeah, a whole bunch of clusterfuck.
I just like how she's like, honestly, the orgasm was great.
Multiples.
Like, at least she was honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, but
Yeah.
at least it was good.
I mean, yeah. You ready for mine?
I am.
Okay, this one's called The Lesbian Succubus.
Oh.
So I didn't read anything about mine being bisexual, but
That doesn't mean that they aren't, though.
yeah. I know the title is a little weird, but I promise I will keep details of my story as SFW as possible. For a bit of context, I am a 20-year-old woman currently living in the basement of my parents' house. I don't do drugs, and I have a little to no known history of mental illness in my family. Lucky.
Can't relate.
I've never been much of a believer, but I also wouldn't call myself a skeptic. I've just never really cared much about the paranormal, and I really wish I could go back to that mindset. About 2 months ago, I was over at a friend's house with a few people. It started to get late, and one of my friends pulled out. Come on, what did they pull out, Tori? On a Ouija board. Yeah, they pulled out a Ouija board.
They always pull out an Ouija board.
Yeah.
Don't.
And asked if anyone wanted to try it. Most of the people there jumped at the opportunity, but I said I would pass because I always thought Ouija boards looked boring. As they started to play, they kept saying that the Ouija board was spelling my name and kept telling me to play with them. Assuming this was just a way of telling me to participate, I reluctantly joined in. As we started playing, the Ouija board began repeatedly spelling my name, followed by a lot of explicit words. After about 10 minutes, I called the group immature, assuming they were trying to annoy me, and stopped playing again. They put the board away after that, but continued to insist that they weren't the ones doing it. I sort of believe them now. But at the time, I thought they were just being stupid. A couple nights after that, I had my first experience with the succubus, who I've taken to call Joy. It's meant to be an ironic name.
I wouldn't name it.
I wouldn't either.
Hey, Joy, how'd your day go?
Right.
You have a good one, eh?
I was just going to say, that was the most Midwestern thing to come out of you.
Ope.
Ope. I woke up around 2 or 3 in the morning and saw a very blurry and distorted image of a woman on top of me. The sight terrified me, but faded away after a few seconds. Once I calmed down a bit, I figured that it was just sleep paralysis, which I had once before when I was much younger. I went back to sleep and woke up the next morning noticeably aroused and very low energy. Things got weirder just a few nights later. I woke up to the same sight once again, a terrifying, blurry woman on top of me. Again, I tried to brush it off as sleep paralysis, and the next morning I woke up aroused and really, really tired. This has basically become a common occurrence now, happening at least once a week, sometimes more. Joy occasionally appears to be doing different things to me, but for the most part, it's basically the same over and over. I don't really think it's sleep paralysis anymore, as it occurs so often. I started noticing that I can still kick my feet and move my hands when these episodes are happening. I don't totally believe it's something paranormal either, but I'm getting a bit desperate for a solution. So if you have any answers, please let me know.
That's insane.
Right? At least this one gives her some peace.
It really does. Okay. So,
let's go to yours.
All right, this one's my longer one.
Okay, my next one's short, so.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to like grab your Gatorade and hold your butt and your titties and your.
Is it that scary? I'm sitting up more.
I mean, I don't know. I just always say hold your butt and your tits. So
that's true. Okay, continue.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
Okay. The story happened a few months ago and so far has not repeated. I'm 39-year-old single female and I live alone. Prior to this experience, I would occasionally wake up remembering an extremely intense sexual dream. The dreams were always the same. I was having sex with someone that was familiar and comfortable to me, yet I couldn't place who it was. I remembered nothing besides the physical sensations, pitch black, darkness, and a voice. He never spoke to me, but I could hear breathing and moaning. The sexual experience was extremely intense, and I always woke up feeling satisfied and physically as if I just had sex.
I would be pissed. I'm not going to lie. One, because sleep is my resting time. Don't ruin that for me.
I'm not even going to lie. Even if I have like a sex dream, I wake up and I'm tired.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
I mean, I don't sleep well, so I always wake up tired, but not because of that reason. Anyway.
Baby's good in my sleep, too.
Oh. Too much information. Sorry. Involuntary.
You're disgusting, too, so give it up. On this particular morning, I had to get up earlier than usual, and my alarm was set. I was in a dream like the one I described above. When the alarm went off, I remember thinking, no, I didn't want it to stop. Everything was pitch black. But as the sound of the alarm started to bring me back to consciousness, I realized the darkness was because I was staring into a pair of pitch black eyes that were only inches from my face.
Oh, God. Okay. Up close and personal. Damn.
Yeah. It was as if the eyes had been holding me in a trance that I was now waking from. I could see the whites of his eyes, but no further. The entire iris was black, as if the pupil covered it entirely. At the same time, the pleasant moaning voice I heard turned to a sort of deep, throaty growl. I broke my gaze and tried to look at the rest of his face. At this point, it was as if he realized that I was no longer in a trance and pushed me back away from him. He was still inside me, but I could now see his entire upper torso. He made a noise.
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh damn, I just lost my spot. Damn it.
Oh my God. Like that's
as if he were frustrated that he were interrupted. His voice sounded sort of like a demon in a movie, but not exactly. I've never heard anything quite like it. So, like, do you remember, like, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? He kind of had that shaggy beard, the very thick black hair. His beard was like, all Wolverine-y.
Yes.
Just accept that.
Oh.
I like how she's like, like that.
Like that.
Like that.
I mean, I guess that would be the shape-shifting. That's obviously what she likes, so.
She's like, but his beard also went really up high by his cheekbones, just below his eyes. He was very cut. He had a muscular body. He was covered in sparse black hair, but it wasn't like regular body hair. It was like straight black hairs that appeared to be 2 to 3 inches long. It thickened a little on his chest, but even had these long, sparse hairs on his stomach and upper arms. Other than like the strange sounding growl, the one thing about him that really scared me was his teeth.
Oh God. I have a thing about teeth.
Samesies. He had extremely long canine teeth on top and bottom. They sort of looked like cat teeth. The proportions of those 4 teeth were about the same as if a cat's head were the size of a human. I wondered how he could close his mouth. I found myself very frightened that he was going to bite me.
Zeus has
Zeus wants to come up there with you.
I know, but my laptop's in my lap. But now he's stuck in my blanket. Uno momento. Well, I have to grab you. Did you get your...
Oh my goodness.
Okay, get down. You can't come up right now. That was chaotic. Sorry, continue.
And everybody, that is Zeus. He's very talkative.
Oh, he's scratched my knee and now I'm going to start itching.
Oh, did he scratch your knee? Try getting scratched in the face.
Continue reading.
He lowered his head a little and leaned in towards me, looking at my eyes as if he was trying to reestablish the trance that I had been put under. But the alarm finally pulled me awake and I woke up completely. The entire episode took place in only a few seconds and I could hear the alarm the entire time. It could have been a dream, but it was extremely vivid and didn't have a dreamlike quality. I felt as if I was fully awake, actually seeing this man in front of me. And again, it felt as I had just physically had sex.
Oof.
So the next day, I began researching this sort of thing on the internet. I came across a bunch of other stories about incubus. Several of these other stories mention a sensation, sort of like a large cat jumping on the bed and walking around, that occupied the incubus visits. After reading this, I felt I could no longer dismiss my experience as a dream because I had been experiencing this exact same sensation for some time. But I might have dismissed it as my imagination. I slept on the sofa for about a week after the experience, but eventually started sleeping in the bedroom again. I have not had any other experiences since. I haven't even had the sex dreams. I didn't experience the bed jumping and walking for a while, but that has started to reoccur again. Should I be worried that he's returning?
I was just gonna say that, like, maybe he was like, oh, I lost my footing. Let me regroup and then I'll come back later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, my trance is like...
But now she's like, it's starting to happen again.
Yeah. I don't like that. I really don't like that. It's such an invasion
of like your own...
Yeah.
Like your time. Like...
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, can I at least get some consent first?
Right. Yeah. Sign a waiver.
Sign a waiver. I need an NDA.
Yeah.
Did you talk over this with, like, you know...
my attorney?
Because, like, if you didn't, then, like, I'm totes gonna sue.
Totes gonna sue, or I'm gonna tell everyone.
I bet Satan's not gonna be happy.
Okay, my next story's title is, Can a Succubus Really Exist? I know, it's a bit out of context for normal paranormal boards about ghosts, demons, and possible other supernatural entities in a great majority, but last night I had an experience with something that can be related to the myth about them. Someone of the sex you are attracted to appears in your dreams, gives you the fun you want for blood, soul, and something from your body, etc., etc. The price is whatever, but whatever happens is what needs to be told more, even if it's only a probably. Anyways, I'm going out of context. Sorry. Lately, context.
We both should have some.
I need more. Anyway. Lately, I've been heartbroken for 3 years already. Haven't been attracted to others, no sexual encounters, but no urges either. Just living and being sad sometimes, and other times lonely. Same.
Oh, relatable.
That
cut my soul.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's so sad is, like, even though, like, you have a boyfriend and a daughter,
yeah,
and I have a husband, like, I still feel alone sometimes.
Yeah, it's just kind of, but anyway, till last night.
Oh.
I had this dream. I was in a village in the mountains with friends, till out of nowhere a girl joins our group and is suddenly attracted to me in a very direct way. Tries to get to know me, even drags me to the lockers in the restroom.
Oh, hot damn.
Oh,
damn,
spicy.
This is like some good ass high school shit.
Yeah. Dreams have a magical way of building stuff.
Yeah, they do.
XD, he puts. Like the laughing face.
Yep, I know. Don't ever do that again.
Sorry.
It's not as bad as that other face that people are doing. Oh, that.
Sheesh.
Yeah, the like Yui one too. The like.
Oh, the O face or
Oh
whatever.
God, that one just like it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, so they went to the lockers or stalls, wherever you're located if you don't know the term. And we made out. She looked like my ex, but not quite. I think the body was similar, but the face, hair, personality, eyes, smile, all was different. Yet so familiar. I actually feared her and tried to run away, kind of stopping before sex and following the group around the village. It was cold and she held my hand. And here's where it gets fucky wucky.
I always say fucky wucky.
I felt it.
Oh.
I felt her warm hands, real heat, real touch. And the dream slowed down. And I got to see her face clearly, just enough for me to even draw it. I haven't had the moment yet, but I know her face now. She is nobody I know, but her face exists in my head now. And before I could say anything, I woke up. My hand was out of the sheets and my hand felt sweaty. And I don't sweat. Nothing else was sweaty except the hand she grabbed. Last night I was alone with Nina, my dog. And yes, I checked if she licked my hand and it didn't smell like her anus breath. I'm sorry.
Facts.
It just smelled like body odor. Any thoughts? I've experienced spiritual encounters in my life, but never my dreams have been but my dreams have never been invaded.
It's so crazy. So it's not funny, but what's interesting about that is like the second he truly saw her face,
She was gone.
he woke up.
Yeah.
And that seems to be like what happened with mine.
Yeah.
Like once you're out of the trance, they're like, fuck, gotta go.
Right, which is so weird.
Like, do they lose, like, is it almost like they lose their
hold?
Yeah, and like their own ability to, I guess, stay shape shifted or whatever once the trance is gone.
Yeah. Well, and that's what and what's so interesting from like when you read the lores of them, it makes it seem like you're going, they're walking around, they might be. Who knows?
Well, yeah, 100%.
But like it almost makes it sound like you meet them somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see them in real life.
Well, they say in your dreams that you never dream about somebody or everybody in your dream is someone you've seen before in your life.
Interesting.
Every single person. You do not dream about somebody you have never seen before.
Interesting.
So even if you don't know that person, you could have saw that person in the
like
middle of a Walmart parking lot, in the middle of a Meijer parking lot.
Right.
In the mall, just randomly saw them. Like your brain just like, because it's like all the way back in your subconscious, and your subconscious is the one that does like.
Interesting. I never thought about that, but I mean, that would make sense.
Because I mean, think about it. When you dream, you're not fully conscious.
Yeah. So you're able to.
So like all of that's going to the forefront. So all of that's
always. Talking about dreams always brings me to that scene in Inside Out.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they're like creating, like all the little brain minions are like creating her dream and whatnot.
Yep. Dreams are. We should do a covering of dreams, because
That'd be dope.
There has been a lot of stuff that I've been seeing lately about people who are thinking that it's funny and that it's cool to be asking date and times going into dreams. Like that shit's not safe.
See, I don't know about that. So this would be a really interesting topic because I don't know much about dreams.
Like, so
when don't get into it.
You don't want me to?
No, we'll do a whole episode.
Do you want to do that next week?
Yeah, we'll do that next week. Okay.
Well, do you want me to just? Well, I want to like dish you the deets on dreams.
Okay, so you want to do the, and I'll just find the stories.
Hell yeah.
Dreams. You
got to get some good ass dreams though.
I said dreams, and now I'm thinking of the Do you know the song I'm singing from Shark Boy and
Oh, yeah.
Lava Girl?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, off on a tangent again. But
Dreams are just so fascinating, and people are taking them to levels they shouldn't be at lately.
that's scary. I haven't heard about this new trend. But
and that's not funny. So you know how like we're gonna be talking with like that guy soon who's like works with like the Shadow Realm.
yeah.
You know what?
You're going off on tangents that
No. We're gonna be interviewing that guy, right? We'll save dreams for him
Oh.
because he works with Shadow Realm, and that's what this is pertaining to.
Okay. Shoot.
That
let's do
just
that.
stumbled upon my mind that we're gonna be interviewing him next week.
No, that's not the guy. You're
Isn't it?
confusing people.
No, he's next week, isn't he?
No.
When's he?
I don't know. Off the
He's
top of
coming
my
up soon, but whatever. We're gonna be interviewing him soon, so we should save it for then.
Yeah.
Because it's
Well,
pertaining to Shadow.
We'll see. We'll surprise you. We'll never know.
You'll get the dreams, but whatever.
Okay.
I want to talk to somebody who works,
Yeah.
who's
that'd be
deeply
interesting.
involved with the Shadow Realm
Yeah.
to answer that kind of question.
Okay. Well, should we do our normal lowdown?
Follow us, bitches.
We on social media up in this bitch.
Hey.
So follow us on social media's Facebook group and page, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
We still suck at TikTok, even though
Sorry.
Brittany and I have like 7 ideas, but still haven't done them because we're terrible, terrible people.
Life's busy, okay? Life's busy. I don't know.
Sometimes it's not busy and we're just lazy. There's two different things.
Facts. And I have an obsession with Legos right now. I apologize. I got a Lego set that you would really enjoy.
Is it a friend's one?
It is. It's the cafe. It's on sale, $60 at Target right now.
Honey, it's on sale at $60 at Target.
Okay, anyway, change it, sorry. Email us your experiences, your stories,
Hell yeah.
anything at beafraidofthedarkpodcast
Hell
at
yeah.
gmail.com.
Please.
Like we said, we have a lot of stuff coming up for you guys, so keep listening. Tell your homework this week is tell 2 friends. Tell 2 friends. Tell 2.
1, 2.
And until next time.
We want you to keep it weird.
Until next time. I started and you left me hanging.
Well, because I wanted to say keep it weird.
Keep it weird, but the paranormal is not weird.
Yes.
We are trying to make it norm. We're spreading awareness.
Sorry, Mom.
Damn straight.
Hey, Jesse.
Remember, don't look behind you.